What if you could change every relationship and interaction by mastering your emotions? This audiobook shares the secrets to boosting your emotional intelligence and social skills, helping you connect, communicate, and truly thrive in all parts of life. Start listening now. Have you ever thought about why some people glide through life's challenges with ease, while others struggle, even if they're super smart or talented? The key often lies in an essential skill that many overlook: emotional intelligence, or EQ. You might know about IQ, the traditional way to measure intelligence, but here's the thing: EQ is a game changer. It's not just about being clever, it's about understanding and managing your feelings, and using that insight to build strong, meaningful connections. EQ is the real driver of success in almost every aspect of life. In this audiobook, we'll explore how to harness the power of emotional intelligence to transform both your personal and professional relationships. We'll break down what EQ is all about, explain how it works, and arm you with practical tools to master each part. The goal is straightforward: to help you become more self-aware, more empathetic, and ultimately, more in control of your emotional life. So why is EQ so important? Imagine being able to turn stressful situations into chances for growth. Picture yourself staying calm and focused even when things get tough. Think about how much easier it would be to connect with others, handle conflicts, and thrive both at work and at home. Emotional intelligence gives you the skills to do all this and more. If you find it hard to manage your emotions, understand others, or connect in social situations, then this audiobook is exactly what you need. We'll guide you through everything, step by step. But before we jump into the practical advice, let's start by getting a clear picture of what emotional intelligence really is and why it holds such power in shaping our lives. So, what is emotional intelligence? At its core, EQ is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage both your own emotions and those of others. It's more than just being in touch with how you feel. It's about navigating those feelings effectively. When you have strong emotional intelligence, it helps you deal with challenges in a way that benefits both you and those around you. You won't be easily overwhelmed by feelings like anger, sadness, or frustration. Instead, you'll handle them effectively, using them to your advantage. Imagine being able to take a moment, think about a situation, and decide how to react, rather than letting your feelings take charge. That's the power of emotional intelligence, or EQ. But it's not just about keeping your own emotions in check. It's also about empathy, understanding how others are feeling. Emotional intelligence lets you step into someone else's shoes, which is key for building strong, trusting relationships. You'll find that it helps you communicate better, resolve conflicts easily, and work well with others. As you start to improve your emotional intelligence, you'll see big changes in every part of your life: your relationships, job performance, health, and even your overall happiness. You'll feel more grounded, confident, and in control of your feelings. And the best news: emotional intelligence isn't something you inherit. It can be developed. You can enhance your EQ at any stage in life, and doing so will spark positive changes in every interaction, decision, and outcome. Emotional intelligence is a complicated idea, but it breaks down into 5 main components. 1. Self-awareness. 2. Self-regulation. 3. Motivation. 4. Empathy. 5. Social skills. Each of these parts is crucial for how we connect with ourselves and with others. We'll dive into each one in detail later, but for now, let's quickly outline what they involve. Self-awareness means being able to recognize and understand your emotions as they occur. It's about tuning in to how you feel and why. The more aware you are, the better you can manage your reactions. Self-regulation is about controlling your emotional responses, especially when things get stressful. It's the art of staying calm and composed, no matter what's happening around you. Motivation helps you use your emotions to stay focused on your goals and maintain a positive outlook, even when setbacks happen. Lastly, empathy enables you to comprehend and share the feelings of others. It goes deeper than just feeling sorry for them. It's about truly understanding their experiences. Understanding your own feelings and using that insight helps you connect with others better. Social skills are what enable you to manage relationships and communicate well. This includes everything from resolving conflicts to teamwork and picking up on nonverbal signals. These aspects are all linked together. For example, if you're not self-aware, you can't manage your emotions effectively. And without knowing how to regulate your own feelings, true empathy becomes difficult. Each part of emotional intelligence supports the next, creating a complete system for mastering your emotions. So, why is emotional intelligence important? You might wonder why it even matters. Isn't traditional intelligence enough? Isn't being good at math, science, or solving problems all that counts? Let's pause for a second and think about it. Imagine you've been promoted to a leadership position. You're expected to lead a team, tackle tricky problems, and get results. But the real challenge isn't just solving those problems. It's about how you manage people, how you inspire them, and how you deal with tough situations. Without emotional intelligence, you might find it hard to communicate, make choices under stress, or handle conflicts. In short, you could struggle with the very core of effective leadership, forming connections and inspiring others. The same goes for your personal life. Whether in a romantic relationship, friendship, or even family interactions, emotional intelligence allows you to grasp and respond to others' feelings. It paves the way for building stronger, more meaningful relationships and helps you dodge unnecessary drama and misunderstandings. Emotional intelligence is the key that opens the door to deeper, more satisfying connections. Whether you're leading a team at work, running a household, or just navigating daily social interactions, it's essential, not a luxury. The better you understand your own emotions, the easier it becomes to work with others, and the more you'll succeed in life. Now, are you curious if emotional intelligence is scientifically backed? Absolutely. Emotional intelligence has been thoroughly researched over the past few decades. Studies show that people with high EQ often enjoy better mental health and stronger relationships. Success in your career can often hinge on something called emotional intelligence, or EQ for short. One major study leading the way was done by psychologist Daniel Goleman, who really brought the idea of emotional intelligence into the spotlight. His findings showed that EQ might be even more vital than IQ when it comes to figuring out who will succeed in life. Goleman suggested that emotional intelligence matters not just for leaders and social interactions, but also for handling personal stress, making sound choices, and staying well overall. Science backs this up. It turns out EQ is closely tied to how our brains manage emotions. It's not just about thinking clearly, it's also about being in tune with your feelings. With emotional intelligence, your mind gets better at understanding and managing your own emotions, as well as those of others. Now let's talk about self-awareness. Picture this. You wake up feeling uneasy and a little on edge, but you can't quite put your finger on why. Maybe it's the deadlines piling up at work, a falling out with a friend, or that quiet tension at home. You feel a wave of frustration wash over you, but expressing it? That's a challenge. Before you know it, your feelings are running the show, and you're acting on impulse. Sound familiar? Now imagine waking up with that same restless energy. But this time, there's a twist. You hit pause. You take a deep breath and check in with yourself. You recognize that frustration and understand why it's there. Instead of letting it control you, you choose your response, whether it's calmly sharing your feelings or deciding to let the stress go, knowing it's not worth your energy. So, what's at play in these two scenarios? It's all about self-awareness. In the first, you're reacting without thinking, almost like a puppet to your emotions. In the second, you're in control. You acknowledge what you're feeling and know where it's coming from. Self-awareness is the foundation of mastering emotional intelligence. It helps you clearly see your emotions, understand their triggers, and decide how to respond instead of letting them run wild. That's what we're diving into next, how to build self-awareness so you can manage your emotions thoughtfully and clearly. Trust me, this skill can really change your life. Once you develop it, you'll see a big shift in how you tackle challenges, manage stress, and interact with everyone around you. It's the first step toward becoming the person you aspire to be. So what is self-awareness? At its core, self-awareness is all about recognizing and understanding your emotions as they come up. It's about being tuned into what you're feeling, why that is, and how those feelings affect your thoughts and actions. But it's deeper than just noticing that you're frustrated, happy, or sad. Self-awareness means observing your emotions without judging them. It means seeing them clearly and understanding what triggers them. You might think this sounds easy. After all, we all feel, right? But really, how often do you stop to truly examine your feelings? How often do you take a minute to reflect on why you feel the way you do? Most of us just cruise through life on autopilot, reacting without really understanding our emotions or how they impact our choices. Self-awareness pulls us out of that cycle. It's not just about spotting feelings like anger or joy, it's about getting curious about them. Ask yourself questions like, why am I feeling this way? What triggered this response? How is this emotion shaping my thoughts and actions? When you grow in self-awareness, you start to see patterns in your emotions. You notice what makes you anxious, what lifts you up, and what makes you retreat. You gain insight into how your feelings influence your decisions, allowing you to make more mindful choices. Why does this matter? Self-awareness is the foundation of emotional intelligence. Without it, you can't regulate your emotions, connect with others, or build meaningful relationships. It's like trying to drive a car without knowing how to read the dashboard. If you're not in touch with what's happening inside you, you can't respond effectively to the world around you. Plus, the perks of self-awareness extend beyond just mastering your emotions. When you're more self-aware, you connect better with your values, strengths, and weaknesses. This clarity helps you to making better choices in life starts with knowing what really matters to you. When you understand your priorities, everything falls into place. Self-awareness also enhances your relationships. The more you know yourself, the easier it is to connect and communicate with others. It's not about being flawless or avoiding negative feelings. It's about handling them in a healthy and productive way. In the workplace, self-awareness is vital for effective leadership and teamwork. Leaders who are self-aware can control their emotions and make clear decisions, even when things get tough. They also recognize their own biases, which helps them treat others more fairly. Similarly, those with high self-awareness tend to enjoy more satisfying personal relationships because they can express their feelings clearly and handle conflicts with empathy. So why hold back? If you want to elevate your life and build deeper connections with yourself and others, self-awareness is where to start. Now, how do you develop this self-awareness? First off, it's a skill you can grow, not something you're born with. Let's look at some practical steps to enhance your self-awareness. 1. Start a daily reflection practice. One of the best ways to boost your self-awareness is by reflecting regularly. Journaling can be incredibly helpful here. Set aside a little time each day to jot down your thoughts and feelings. Don't stress about grammar or format. Just let your ideas flow. Think about your emotional highs and lows. What made you smile? What upset you? How did you handle it? Writing this down gives you clarity and insight into your emotions. Plus, you'll notice patterns in your emotional responses. Maybe certain people or situations trigger specific feelings. It's good to know this so you can make more thoughtful choices later. 2. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness means focusing on the present without judgment. When you maintain this practice, you become more attuned to your emotions as they come up, rather than reacting on autopilot. When you notice your feelings, you gain better control over your responses. When you feel a strong emotion, take a moment to breathe. Observe it without judging. Notice how it feels in your body and where it's coming from. Ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? What do I need right now? Mindfulness can help you recognize your thoughts and how they shape your emotions. If you find yourself caught up in negative or self-critical thoughts, choose to replace them with more positive, supportive ones. Next, seek feedback from others. Sometimes, we don't fully see how our emotions impact those around us. Asking trusted friends, family, or colleagues can give you a clearer picture of how you show up. Do they see you as calm and composed, or do you react too quickly? Are you open with your feelings, or do you keep them bottled up? Honest feedback is a powerful tool for boosting your self-awareness. Another key is to practice emotional check-ins throughout your day. Take a moment to ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? Are you tense, happy, anxious, or excited? What's happening inside you? You could set reminders on your phone to do this several times a day. like when you wake up, before lunch, or right before bed. The idea here is to become aware of your emotions in real time. This way, you can catch them before they spiral out of control and keep your emotional balance. Also, take the time to examine your core values. Self-awareness involves not just understanding emotions, but also knowing what truly matters to you. When you clarify your values, you can make decisions that reflect them. Reflect on what guides your actions. What do you stand for? Aligning your actions with your core values can help you feel more authentic and fulfilled. In conclusion, embrace your emotional journey. Self-awareness is the key to emotional intelligence. It's the first step to becoming your best self. When you understand your emotions, you can manage them better. You'll face life's challenges with clarity and calm, build stronger relationships, and make decisions that align with your true values. Keep practicing this journey. Self-awareness is key. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about making progress. It's about getting better each day at recognizing your emotions. In the next part of this audiobook, we'll dive into the second essential part of emotional intelligence, self-regulation. Once you've got a handle on your feelings, you need to learn how to manage them effectively. So keep reflecting and checking in with yourself. Every little step toward self-awareness brings you closer to a more fulfilling life. Picture you're in a meeting. Tensions are rising, and someone says something that really ticks you off. In the past, you might have snapped back, said something you'd regret, and let the conversation spiral into chaos. But today feels different. Instead of reacting on impulse, you pause. You sense that rush of frustration, but don't let it take over. You take a deep breath, focus on your breathing, and let that feeling wash away. You respond calmly, with clarity, and steer the conversation back on course. That's self-regulation in action. This is what emotional intelligence is all about. Not letting your feelings control you, but mastering them. Self-regulation means managing your emotions, especially in tough or stressful moments. It allows you to stay calm and respond effectively. When you have self-regulation down, you're not just reacting to what's happening around you. You're in control of how you show up in every moment. It's about choosing your response instead of letting your emotions take charge. Self-regulation is one of the most powerful tools in your emotional intelligence toolbox. It helps you stay composed under pressure, make better choices, and avoid actions you might regret later. The great news? Self-regulation can be learned, just like any other skill. By the end of this chapter, you'll know exactly how to strengthen this vital piece of emotional intelligence. So what is self-regulation? At its core, it's about managing your emotional responses, especially in stressful situations. It's about controlling your impulses, staying calm when things heat up, and avoiding emotional outbursts that might hurt relationships or derail your goals. Essentially, it's the opposite of letting emotions run wild. Your emotions can sometimes take over your actions, and that's when you need to be mindful. Instead of reacting impulsively based on how you feel in the moment, you can make choices that align with your long-term goals. Think about those times when emotions got the better of you. Maybe someone said something hurtful, and your immediate urge was to snap back or completely shut down. Anger, frustration, or anxiety can sneak in and push you to react without thinking. That's where self-regulation comes in. It gives you the power to pause and reflect before you act. It's all about spotting those rising emotions and deciding to channel them in a positive way. But self-regulation isn't just about keeping negative feelings like anger in check. It's also about managing those excited or joyful moments. Sometimes feeling too good can lead to reckless choices, just like negative emotions can. Self-regulation keeps you balanced, no matter what's stirring inside you. You might wonder why this matters. Isn't it just human to react? Sure, it is. But self-regulation is key because it lets you choose how to respond instead of being ruled by your feelings. Life throws all sorts of surprises at us: tight deadlines, tricky chats, and conflicts. If you let emotions drive you, you might act against your values, hurt relationships, or hold yourself back. Here's the scoop. Self-regulation keeps you aligned with what you truly want. When you stay calm, you make choices that support your long-term happiness, not just knee-jerk reactions. For instance, if you're clashing with a coworker and let anger guide you, the situation could spiral, damaging your working relationship. But when you manage your feelings, you can share your thoughts respectfully and work toward a solution that benefits everyone. Self-regulation is crucial for good leadership, too. Leaders who can handle their emotions and stay cool under pressure make better decisions. They inspire their teams and create a positive work environment. Creating a positive work environment starts with you. When you practice self-regulation, you can improve your relationships. It helps you respond to others with empathy rather than reacting quickly or defensively. Plus, self-regulation is crucial for your mental health. Chronic stress, anxiety, and anger can really wear you down. But when you learn to manage your emotions, you can lessen those feelings and their negative effects on your health. The more you practice self-regulation, the more resilient you become when faced with challenges, and the better you can maintain your emotional balance. So, how do you get better at self-regulation? The great news is it's a skill you can build over time. It's not about pushing your emotions away. It's about learning how to handle them in a way that benefits both you and others. Here are some practical tips to enhance your self-regulation. First, try the pause. One of the best tools for managing your emotions is simply to pause before you react, especially in heated moments. Our instinct is to jump into action, but that quick response can lead to regret. By taking just a moment to breathe and pause, you create a gap between your feelings and your reactions. This space lets you think through the situation, gather your thoughts, and respond in a way that aligns with what matters most to you. Next time your emotions start to boil over, try this. Stop, breathe, and count to 5. It'll help you ground yourself and decide how to move forward. Secondly, reframe your thoughts. Our emotions often come from how we see things. For instance, if someone cuts you off in traffic, your first thought might be, "What a jerk! How rude!" That can lead to anger. But with self-regulation, you learn to change how you view the situation. Maybe they're in a hurry or didn't see you at all. By adjusting your perspective, you're less likely to get worked up, helping you stay calm. Reframing encourages you to focus on what you can control instead of being swayed by your emotions. Finally, use grounding techniques. When your emotions are running high, grounding techniques can really help you find your center. Grounding means using your senses to bring yourself back to the present. You might focus on something physical, like feeling your feet on the ground or noticing your breath as it moves in and out. This practice helps you shift from your chaotic thoughts back into your body, giving you more control over how you react. To regulate your emotions, start with emotional awareness. This means recognizing your feelings as they pop up. By paying attention to your emotions in the moment, you can catch them before they spiral out of control. It's all about noticing the physical signs that come with certain feelings. For instance, when anger starts to rise, you might feel your chest tighten or your jaw clench. These signals from your body are warning you that something's changing. Once you recognize them, you can take steps to manage your emotions. If you feel tension, try taking a deep breath or practicing some relaxation techniques to calm yourself down. Now let's talk about stress relief. Stress is a major trigger for emotional reactions, so having strategies in place to deal with it is key. Regularly practicing stress relief techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or exercise can help you stay calm and focused. When your mind and body are relaxed, you're less likely to overreact when things get tough. Consider adding simple daily stress relief practices to your routine. Even just a few minutes of deep breathing or meditation can build your emotional strength over time. Lastly, it's important to develop healthy coping strategies. Self-regulation isn't just about how you handle emotions in the moment. It's also about building resilience for future challenges. One great way to do this is by finding positive coping methods. This could be talking to a supportive friend, journaling your thoughts, or getting involved in activities that ground you, like yoga or creative hobbies. The more you cultivate good ways to manage your emotions, the better equipped you'll be for handling tough situations. Your drive for success starts here. Let's talk about motivation. Have you ever felt stuck? You know what you should do, but something stops you from taking that step. Maybe it's a goal you set that sat on your to-do list for ages. or a work project that you believe could really make a difference, but you can't find the starting line. We've all had those days when motivation just doesn't seem to show up. But here's a twist. Motivation isn't something you just wait around for. It's not some elusive force that you either have or don't. Motivation is a crucial part of emotional intelligence, and the best part? You can actively build it and use it to move forward, regardless of the barriers in your way. Motivation is the energy that drives you to take action. It helps you set goals and tackle obstacles, whether those are challenges at work or feelings of self-doubt. In this section of the audiobook, we'll uncover the secret to lasting motivation. We'll explore what it is, why it matters for your emotional intelligence, and how you can nurture it in your life. Whether it's personal goals, career success, or better relationships, motivation fuels your actions. It's more than just wanting something badly. It's about understanding the emotional triggers behind your desires and using that insight to push you toward success. Are you ready to learn how to transform your inner drive into real positive outcomes? Let's jump in. So what is motivation really? At its heart, motivation is the emotional push that drives you to act toward a specific goal. It's the energy that moves you from just thinking about something to actually doing it. Whether you want to lose weight, climb the career ladder, or enhance your relationships, motivation is the spark that gets you moving. But don't be fooled. Motivation is layered and more complex than simply feeling inspired to reach a goal. There are different types of motivation, and understanding them is key to using them effectively. In psychology, motivation is usually broken down into two main types. First up is intrinsic motivation. This is the kind that comes from within. It's when you do something because you find it rewarding or fulfilling. For instance, you might just love to paint. Motivation gives you that feeling of peace and accomplishment, not because you're getting paid for it. That's what we call intrinsic motivation. It's usually stronger and lasts longer since it's fueled by what matters to you personally. Now let's talk about extrinsic motivation. This one comes from outside influences. It's when you do something to get a reward or avoid punishment. For instance, you might work hard on a project for a shot at a promotion or a bonus. While extrinsic motivation can help you hit short-term goals, it's generally not as sustainable as intrinsic motivation. Why? Because when those external rewards disappear or the threat of punishment is gone, your drive to keep going might fade too. Intrinsic motivation, on the other hand, is a powerful force for long-term success. When your motivations align with your own values and goals, you find a sense of purpose that helps you push through tough times. Yet, external motivators, like deadlines, accountability buddies, or the lure of rewards, can still help you stay on track when you need that extra nudge. The trick is finding a balance between both types of motivation to keep moving forward. It's not just about wanting something right now. It's about understanding why that thing matters to you deeply and how that why can keep you going when challenges arise. So why is motivation key for emotional intelligence? It's the force driving your emotional intelligence because it affects how you respond to your feelings, set and achieve goals, and maintain focus. Without motivation, the other parts of emotional intelligence, like self-awareness, self-regulation, and empathy, don't hold much weight. Here's why. Motivation bridges the gap. You can be aware of how you feel and know how to calm yourself, but without motivation, you won't see real results. You might stay calm, but you won't actually move toward your goals. You might recognize your feelings, but you won't take steps to handle them in a positive way. Motivation is what makes all the difference. Emotional control plays a huge role in achieving success in life. When you're motivated, it's like wearing a powerful pair of glasses. Suddenly, tough challenges look like stepping stones instead of walls. You start seeing setbacks as just short detours, not dead ends. Motivation gives you that push to keep going, and persistence, well, that's your secret weapon against any hardship. Let's explore the science behind why we feel motivated. One well-known idea is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It suggests that we all have different layers of needs driving us, from basic necessities to more complex desires. First up, we have physiological needs, things like food, water, and shelter. Next, when those are taken care of, we crave safety and security in both our physical and emotional worlds. Then comes love and belonging. As social creatures, we naturally want to connect, forge relationships, and have a sense of community. Now, the fourth layer is esteem needs. This is where we seek respect, recognition, and a sense of achievement. We all want to feel valued and capable. At the very top, we have self-actualization. This is about pursuing personal growth, getting creative, and reaching our full potential. It's a big goal for so many. It involves diving into activities that fill us up inside. Maslow's theory shows that motivation isn't only about external rewards. It's also about meeting deeper emotional needs. Climbing up that hierarchy, you shift from just surviving to truly thriving. When your motivation aligns with self-actualization, wanting to grow, learn, and live your truth, your actions tend to become more meaningful and fulfilling. So to keep your motivation long-lasting, figure out what truly matters to you. Is it personal growth? Contributing to something bigger than yourself? By tapping into those deeper desires, you can discover an unstoppable drive that keeps you moving forward, even when the going gets tough. Now that we've explored the nature of motivation, let's look at some practical ways to cultivate and sustain it in your daily life. Remember, motivation isn't just going to show up out of nowhere. It's something you can nurture and grow, step by step. Here are some tips. Here are some tried and true methods for boosting your motivation and keeping it strong. First up, set clear and meaningful goals. Having a specific target in mind lights a fire underneath you. It clarifies what you're aiming for, helping you stay focused and dedicated. But remember, not just any goals will do. Your goals need to connect with your values and purpose. When your goals really matter to you, your motivation skyrockets. For instance, instead of saying get fit, aim for something more specific like exercise for 30 minutes, 3 times a week to boost my energy and health. The clearer your goals, the easier it is to track how you're doing and stay motivated. Next, find your why. Knowing why you want to achieve your goal is essential. What drives you? What's the deeper reason behind it? When you tie your goal to something meaningful, like improving your health, securing a better future for your family, or making a difference, you create a strong emotional connection. This connection fuels your motivation, especially when things get tough. For example, if you're aiming for a career milestone, your why might be to support your family or push your own limits. That emotional link makes it much easier to stay on track. Now, let's talk about breaking your goals down into smaller steps. Big goals can be daunting, and when that happens, motivation often fades away. The trick is to chop those big goals into bite-sized, manageable tasks. Instead of stressing over the huge project ahead, focus on what you can do right now. This keeps the goal feeling doable and gives you a sense of achievement with every step. For instance, if your aim is to write a book, break that down to writing 500 words a day or finishing 1 chapter a week. Ticking off those smaller tasks builds momentum and keeps your motivation vibrant. Lastly, don't forget to celebrate your progress. Motivation thrives on momentum, so the more you achieve, the more inspired you'll feel to keep pushing. Celebrate your small victories along the way. This boosts positive behavior and reminds you that you're making progress, whether it's treating yourself to a little reward or simply acknowledging your efforts. Once you finish a task or even just recognize your progress, celebrating those wins can keep you motivated over time. Next, let's talk about accountability. It's a strong motivator. When you share your goals, whether with a friend, family member, or coworker, you're more likely to stick to them. Regular check-ins with an accountability buddy can keep you on the right path, especially when things get tough. In conclusion, motivation is a lifelong fuel for your goals. It's not something that just pops up and fades away. You can nurture it by aligning your goals with what truly matters to you. Dig deep to find your why and celebrate each step you take along the way. By tapping into the emotions behind your goals and using tactics like goal setting, reframing, and accountability, you'll create a steady flow of motivation that pushes you towards success, even when the road gets rocky. Now let's dive into empathy, the heart of emotional intelligence. Picture this. You're chatting with a friend who's going through a rough time. They're opening up about their feelings, frustrations, and hopes. Instead of just nodding along, you really listen. You're not just hearing their words, You're feeling what they're feeling. You can sense their pain or joy. And as you listen, you don't rush to give advice or solutions. You let them express everything they need to say. In that moment, they feel seen, heard, and understood. That's the magic of empathy. Empathy goes beyond just understanding someone's feelings. It's about feeling those emotions yourself, putting yourself in their shoes, and experiencing their world. In the realm of emotional intelligence, empathy is often viewed as the core element. It's the ability to connect on a deep emotional level, going beyond the surface to genuinely understand someone's experiences, perspectives, and needs. This chapter is dedicated to empathy, how it works, why it's essential for emotional intelligence, and ways to cultivate this important skill. Doing so can enhance your relationships and make you a better leader, friend, and colleague. Empathy isn't just a nice-to-have skill. It's a vital part of human interaction that helps you build trust, communicate better, and foster stronger connections with others. Empathy might seem like something you're just born with, but guess what? You can actually build and nurture it. So how do you tap into this skill and use it in your life? Let's break down the essence of empathy. At its core, empathy is about understanding and sharing what someone else is feeling. It's more than just knowing what someone is going through. It's about emotionally connecting with their experience. It means stepping into their shoes and experiencing their joy, sadness, fear, or frustration alongside them. There are three main types of empathy. First, we have cognitive empathy. This is where you understand someone's thoughts and view of the world. It's all about grasping their ideas and reasons behind what they do or feel. Cognitive empathy is super useful in problem solving and negotiations, as it helps you see things from another person's perspective. Next is emotional empathy. This goes deeper than understanding. It's about actually feeling what someone else feels. If someone is upset, emotional empathy is what helps you feel their sadness like it's your own. This creates a strong emotional bond, showing them you really care. Finally, there's compassionate empathy. This is the active side of empathy. It not only means understanding and feeling someone's emotions, but also stepping up to help them. Whether that's offering a kind word, being there to listen, or giving practical support, compassionate empathy drives us to take action. In the realm of emotional intelligence, empathy weaves all these forms together. It's about truly understanding, sharing emotions, and responding in ways that build connection and trust. Empathy helps us move past surface-level interactions, allowing us to engage with those around us in meaningful ways. So why is empathy so important for emotional intelligence? It plays a key role in how we connect with others and navigate social situations. When we don't empathize, it's easy to misinterpret others. We might jump to conclusions or overlook their emotional needs. This often leads to misunderstandings, fights, and strained relationships. Empathy is key to building trust. When people feel understood, seen, and heard, they're more likely to open up, share their concerns, and collaborate, whether in personal or professional settings. Trust is the cornerstone of connection, and empathy creates that trust. In the workplace, empathy is vital for strong leadership. Leaders who show empathy can motivate and inspire their teams better. They notice when team members are struggling, offer the right support, and help create a positive, productive environment. Empathetic leaders are also great at resolving conflicts and fostering an inclusive, respectful culture. They make decisions that prioritize their team's well-being, leading to higher engagement and job satisfaction. Empathy is crucial in conflict resolution too. When disputes arise, empathy helps each party see the other side, reducing misunderstandings and paving the way to common ground. It encourages you to approach disagreements with an open mind and a willingness to understand feelings and needs, turning tense moments into chances for growth and teamwork. So how does empathy improve communication? One of the best ways it boosts emotional intelligence is by enhancing how we talk to each other. Effective communication isn't just about putting your ideas out there. It's about grasping the other person's perspective and responding thoughtfully. When you practice empathy, your communication becomes more compassionate and sensitive to the emotional needs of others. Empathetic communication involves two main things. First, active listening, giving your full attention to the speaker without interrupting. This shows you truly heard them. Second, reflecting and validating emotions. When someone shares their feelings, it's important to mirror those emotions back to them. Not only does this show you get it, but it also makes the other person feel heard. For example, if a friend shares a tough situation, you might say, "It seems like you're really frustrated by this. I can see why it's hard." Acknowledging their feelings shows you care and are genuinely interested in what they're saying. Now let's talk about body language. Empathy isn't just about the words you use. It's also about how you express them. Your gestures, tone, and facial expressions matter. For instance, keeping eye contact, leaning in a bit, and nodding while they talk show that you're really engaged and empathetic. This way of communicating can strengthen your relationships and help you handle even the trickiest conversations with grace, whether you're giving feedback, touching on sensitive issues, or working through conflicts. Empathy makes connecting and communicating much more effective. So how can you develop empathy? It might feel like some people just have it, but it's actually a skill you can build. Here are some tips to help you grow your empathy. First, practice active listening. This is all about really focusing on the person speaking without distractions or interruptions. It sounds simple, but in today's busy world, we often find ourselves planning our response while the other person is still talking. To truly empathize, you need to listen to understand, not just to reply. Give them your full attention, maintain eye contact, and hold back any judgments or interruptions. Focus on grasping their emotional experience instead of thinking about what you'll say next. This makes the other person feel valued and heard. Second, try to put yourself in their shoes. Empathy means being able to see things from someone else's perspective. Ask yourself, how would I feel if I were in their situation? This exercise helps you step away from your own viewpoint and grasp the emotions and challenges the other person may be facing. Regularly practicing this will really help you connect better with others. You'll start to notice the feelings of others more, and you'll be more likely to respond with kindness and understanding. First, think about nonverbal signals. A lot of what we communicate doesn't come through words. People might not always say how they feel, but their body language, facial expressions, and tone can tell us a lot. By picking up on these signs, you can connect with someone even if they aren't directly sharing what's on their mind. For instance, if a coworker looks tense and has their arms crossed in a conversation, they might be feeling defensive or shut off. Recognizing these cues lets you adjust how you respond, becoming more caring and supportive. Next, embrace an open mind and avoid judgments. Real empathy means putting aside your own views and approaching someone else's experience with acceptance. Everyone's feelings matter, even if they're different from yours. So try not to jump to conclusions or assume what someone is going through. Listen without judging and respect their point of view as it stands. Also, don't hesitate to show your own vulnerabilities. Empathy works both ways. When you share your own emotions and struggles, it encourages others to open up too. This creates a safe space for mutual understanding and connection. Remember, being vulnerable isn't a weakness. It's a strength that helps deepen relationships and fosters empathy. Now let's talk about social skills, the art of connection. Have you ever walked into a room and instantly clicked with someone, or met someone who made you feel comfortable and truly heard right from the start? These moments don't just happen. People who are great at social skills have a knack for making interactions smooth, making others feel appreciated and respected. But let's be clear, social skills go beyond charming small talk or winning people over. They're about building genuine connections and understanding others deeply. They help in teamwork and strengthen relationships, whether in friendships, work settings, or casual encounters. At the core of social skills lies the ability to build rapport, communicate effectively, resolve conflicts, and motivate those around you. Cooperation and strong social skills lay the groundwork for success in our careers and personal lives. Picture this. You can jump into any conversation with ease, tackle tough situations gracefully, and build real connections with those around you. Sounds pretty powerful, right? In this chapter, we're going to explore why social skills matter so much and how they're at the heart of emotional intelligence. We'll look at how mastering these abilities can boost your personal and professional relationships improve your teamwork, leadership skills, and help you thrive in various social scenarios. Have you noticed how some people seem to socialize effortlessly? They effortlessly influence and connect with others. In this chapter, we'll uncover the secrets behind those talents. So, what exactly are social skills? Simply put, they are the actions and strategies that let you interact effectively and harmoniously with others. This broad set of abilities includes everything from communication and listening to empathy and conflict resolution. Social skills are key to building relationships, navigating complex social landscapes, and managing interactions in both personal and work settings. At their heart, these skills involve understanding people, picking up on social cues, and knowing how to respond appropriately in different situations. They help you engage in meaningful conversations, build trust, influence others, and keep interactions positive, even when tensions rise or conflicts pop up. Here are some key components of social skills. 1. Effective communication. This means expressing yourself clearly, listening actively, and understanding others' viewpoints. 2. Conflict resolution. It's about handling disagreements in ways that lead to understanding and solutions instead of escalating tension. 3. Influence and persuasion. This involves inspiring and guiding others toward shared goals. 4. Collaboration. The ability to work well with others in teams or partnerships, focusing on trust, cooperation, and respect. 5. Emotional awareness in social contexts. This means recognizing and responding to others' emotions, making sure your interactions are thoughtful and considerate. In short, social skills help us navigate the often tricky and subtle world of human interaction. They're what make us feel connected. Being comfortable in conversations helps us handle conflicts without damaging relationships and fosters a sense of belonging and community wherever we go. So why are social skills so important for emotional intelligence? Well, in the context of emotional intelligence, social skills are all about putting everything we've learned into practice, like self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, and empathy. Here's the deal. First, social skills bridge emotional awareness and action. They help you take your understanding of your own feelings and the feelings of others and use it in real-life social situations. You can sense what others are going through, and your social skills allow you to express that understanding in ways that strengthen your connections. Second, they help you build and maintain relationships. Strong relationships are rooted in trust, respect, and good communication. Social skills are the tools you need to nurture those qualities. Whether chatting with a coworker, comforting a friend, or striking a deal, your ability to connect positively and respectfully is key. Third, they help you navigate social dynamics. Every interaction has its own vibe, whether it's a one-on-one chat or a group discussion. Social skills let you read the room, pick up on others' emotions, and respond in ways that keep everything flowing smoothly. Fourth, they encourage collaboration and cooperation. If you're leading a team, working on a project, or just lending a hand to a friend, social skills empower you to work with others effectively. You can motivate people, align interests, and build relationships that lead to shared success. Lastly, they enhance leadership and influence. Great leadership depends on the ability to connect with and inspire others. Leaders with strong social skills know how to motivate their teams, resolve conflicts, and create a space where everyone feels heard, valued, and empowered. In the end, social skills are how you turn emotional intelligence into action. While the other components help you understand yourself and others, social skills enable you to act on that knowledge in ways that make a positive difference in the lives of those around you. Now, let's dive deeper into the key components of social skills. One of the main parts of social skills is effective communication, and there are ways you can work on improving it. First off, let's talk about communication. It's super important, but it's not just about talking. Listening matters just as much, if not more. Good communicators know how to express themselves, but they also pay attention to what the other person is feeling and needs. So, here are some tips to boost your communication. Start with active listening. Don't just hear the words, tune into the emotions behind them. Be fully present, ditch the distractions, and reflect back what you've understood. It shows you're really engaged. Next up, clarity and conciseness. When you talk, keep it straightforward. Skip the complicated jargon and avoid rambling. Aim for simplicity, but still make sure you're covering everything important. And don't forget nonverbal communication. Your body language, facial expressions, and the tone of your voice can say just as much, if not more, than your words. Be aware of how you come across and keep your body language open and welcoming. Now let's touch on conflict resolution. No matter how good you are socially, conflicts will happen, but how you handle them can really shape your relationships. Effective conflict resolution is about addressing issues without ramping up the tension or losing trust. Stay calm when things get heated. It's easy to react without thinking, but that usually makes things worse. Keep your cool to respond thoughtfully. Acknowledge the other person's feelings first. Validating their emotions builds respect and makes for a better conversation. Focus on solutions instead of blame. Ask questions like, "How can we fix this together?" or "What's a fair compromise?" This shifts the focus from arguing over who's right to finding a way forward. And look for common ground. Identify areas where you agree. It helps create a positive foundation for resolving the issue and moving ahead. Finally, let's talk about building rapport and trust. Trust is the foundation of any strong relationship. Without it, everything else struggles to hold up. Building meaningful relationships starts with creating rapport and trust. It takes authenticity, empathy, and regular positive interactions. Here's how to do it. First, be authentic. People trust those who are genuine. Just be yourself. Let your true personality shine through. If you pretend to be someone else, you'll only create distance. Next, be reliable. Consistency is crucial for trust. Stick to your promises, meet deadlines, and be dependable in your relationships. Show interest in others. Take the time to learn about their lives. Ask questions and really listen. People love feeling seen and valued. Now let's talk about influence and persuasion. Social skills include the ability to positively influence others. This isn't about manipulation. It's about understanding their needs and working toward common goals. To improve your influence, start by understanding what others need. The better you know what motivates them, the more you can guide them positively. Ask questions to uncover their goals and concerns. Present solutions instead of making demands. Rather than telling someone what to do, offer options that benefit both of you. Frame your ideas to show mutual advantages. Use positive reinforcement. Celebrate others' efforts. It makes them feel appreciated and motivated to keep working with you. In conclusion, mastering social skills can significantly boost your emotional intelligence and help you form deeper relationships. Whether you want to move ahead in your career, strengthen personal connections, or feel more at ease in social settings, navigating these dynamics with confidence is a game changer. By practicing effective communication, handling conflicts gracefully, building rapport, and influencing positively, you'll connect better with those around you. Remember, social skills aren't just for leaders or extroverts. They're vital for everyone in our interconnected world. There are 5 key parts to emotional intelligence: self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. You've seen how vital it is to understand your feelings, manage them well, stay driven, connect deeply with others, and handle social situations. But here's the real kicker. How do you turn all that understanding into action? Knowing about emotional intelligence is one thing. Using it consistently in your daily life, that's a whole different ballgame. Picture this: being able to react perfectly in any situation. Whether it's a crucial meeting at work, a tough chat with someone you care about, or a challenging moment of self-reflection, what if you could handle these with ease, confidence, and grace? What if you could actively use the skills you've developed to change your life and the relationships around you? In this chapter, we'll dive into how to apply emotional intelligence to real-life scenarios, from managing stress to strengthening bonds to boosting your career. This section will equip you with practical tools to weave emotional intelligence into your everyday routine. Let's start with self-awareness. It's about truly knowing yourself in any situation. The first step in applying emotional intelligence is being self-aware. When you reach that level, you see how your emotions, thoughts, and actions impact your life and those around you. But it's not just about recognizing your feelings in the moment. It's also about understanding your patterns and triggers. digging deep into why you feel and act the way you do. In practical terms, self-awareness means that you're actively thinking about how your emotions shape your behavior, allowing you to make thoughtful choices in how to react. Imagine you're in a meeting and a coworker says something that annoys you. A self-aware person notices their frustration rising, but instead of reacting right away, they take a moment, breathe, and choose how to respond. To practice self-awareness, start keeping a journal. Spend a few minutes each day reflecting on your emotions. What were you feeling throughout the day? What sparked those feelings? By jotting down your emotions, you'll gain valuable insights into yourself. As you go through experiences, you'll start to see patterns. You'll learn how your emotions impact your choices and actions. Practicing mindfulness or meditation can really help here. It teaches you to be aware of the present moment and tune into your feelings without judging them. This way, you can respond clearly instead of just acting on impulse. Don't hesitate to ask for feedback. Sometimes, we need a fresh pair of eyes to really understand ourselves. Reach out to friends or coworkers and ask how you come across in different situations. Their feedback can highlight things you might not see, helping you to be more self-aware. The more you understand yourself, the better you can control your reactions and manage your emotions effectively. Now, about self-regulation. This is all about handling your emotions in the moment. Once you're self-aware, you can start self-regulating, and that's one of the key skills to have, both personally and professionally. It's about staying emotionally in control, acting purposefully instead of reacting without thinking. For instance, when stress hits, staying calm instead of getting overwhelmed is crucial. If someone insults you, responding with grace instead of anger can really change the game. Here are some tips for self-regulation in everyday life. First, pause before you react. If you feel a strong emotion, whether it's anger, anxiety, or excitement, take a moment to breathe. This pause helps you break the automatic response pattern and think about how you want to reply. Even just taking a deep breath before you respond can really shift how the conversation goes. Next, try to reframe negative thoughts. Self-regulation isn't just about your emotions, it's about your mindset too. If you're facing a tough situation, instead of thinking, "This is impossible," consider, "This is challenging, but I can tackle it." By shifting your perspective, you can better manage your feelings and stay steady. Lastly, find healthy ways to cope with stress. Emotional management also means keeping your body's stress response in check. Get into activities that help you unwind, like yoga, exercise, or deep breathing. These practices are great for helping you relax. Managing stress and regulating your emotions helps you tackle challenges head-on. When you practice self-regulation, you can handle tough situations without losing your cool or letting feelings drive your decisions. This way, you stay calm, strong, and focused, no matter what life throws your way. Now, let's talk about motivation. It's the engine that keeps emotional intelligence moving. While self-awareness and self-regulation lay the foundation, motivation is what keeps everything going. It's that inner drive that fuels your actions, helps you persist, and pushes you past obstacles. When the going gets tough, motivation is what keeps you striving for your goals. So how do you harness motivation with emotional intelligence? Start by setting clear and meaningful goals. Knowing your purpose makes it easier to stay motivated, especially when the road gets rocky. Next, visualize your success. Take a few moments each day to imagine your goals becoming reality. Picture your success and really feel it. This mental imagery can help keep you on track and motivated, especially during challenging times. Don't forget to celebrate the small wins. Acknowledge every tiny milestone you achieve along the way. These little celebrations build momentum and strengthen your confidence. Remember, motivation drives your emotional intelligence. By focusing on your goals, visualizing success, and recognizing your progress, you maintain the energy and determination needed to overcome obstacles and achieve your dreams. Now let's get to empathy. It's crucial for understanding and connecting with others. But how can you put empathy into action in your daily life? Start with these strategies. Be truly present in conversations. When someone's talking to you, focus completely. Put distractions aside, make eye contact, and really listen. Show that you care about what others are saying. Just being attentive can really demonstrate empathy and help build trust. Don't just listen, dig a bit deeper. Ask questions to really understand where someone's coming from. Instead of assuming someone's upset, try asking them, "What's going on? How are you feeling?" This shows you genuinely care about their feelings. Sometimes empathy is about offering support, whether that's a comforting word, a kind gesture, or just being there as a good listener. When you provide that support, you help others feel acknowledged and heard, which strengthens your relationships. By practicing empathy, you really deepen your connections and create more meaningful relationships both personally and professionally. Now let's talk about social skills. After you've worked on self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, and empathy, it's time to use those skills in social settings. Social skills are key in bridging emotional intelligence with success in real life. Whether you're networking, leading a team, or just mingling at a gathering, strong social skills help you build trust, promote collaboration, and maintain positive relationships. So how can you put these skills into action? First, pay attention to nonverbal cues. Your body language, facial expressions, and tone all matter. Make sure your nonverbal signals match what you're saying. A warm smile or open posture can really help you connect with others. Next, focus on active listening. This is one of the most valuable social skills out there. When you listen with intent, you show others that you value their thoughts and feelings. You can practice this by nodding, making eye contact, and responding in a thoughtful manner. Be adaptable too. Every social situation is unique, and you might need to shift how you interact depending on the setting, whether it's a casual hangout or a formal meeting. Adjust your communication style to fit the situation. By mastering these social skills, you'll build strong, trusting relationships in every part of your life. Communication is key. Resolving conflicts and fostering teamwork can boost your success in both your personal life and at work. We've really made progress on our journey to mastering emotional intelligence. By now you know the key parts: self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. You've looked into how to use these ideas in your everyday life. You've built connections, improved relationships, and enhanced your emotional and social well-being. But here's the big question. How do you make sure you hold on to these emotional intelligence skills? How do you turn it into a lasting way of life instead of just a temporary practice? Maintaining emotional intelligence isn't about doing it just once. It's about making it a lifelong journey. The fact is, our emotions and relationships are always changing. Life throws new challenges at us, and people evolve. So emotional intelligence needs to be something you constantly work on to be ready for anything that comes your way. In this chapter, we'll talk about how to keep your emotional intelligence strong over time. We'll explore strategies to help you stay dedicated to your growth, keep building your skills, and make emotional intelligence an essential part of who you are. Let's talk about the ongoing journey of self-awareness. It's the foundation of emotional intelligence. It's about being tuned into your thoughts, feelings, and actions, and understanding how they impact those around you. But remember, self-awareness isn't something you just accomplish and move on from. It's a continuous process of looking inwards and reflecting. In fact, you need to nurture your self-awareness throughout your life. So to keep it alive, start blending reflection into your daily routine. Here are some straightforward ways to do it. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to think back on your emotions and actions. Ask yourself some key questions. What feelings did I have today? What triggered those feelings? How did I react? Did my actions match my values? What might I change next time? These simple yet powerful questions will help you stay connected to your inner self. Mindfulness is a great way to boost self-awareness. It's all about being fully present in every moment. When you practice mindfulness, whether through meditation, breathing exercises, or just tuning into your environment, you train your brain to notice your thoughts and feelings without judgment. This helps you connect with your emotions in real time. Getting honest feedback is key too. Talk to friends, colleagues, or mentors you trust. Ask them how they see you. Be open to their thoughts and use any feedback as a chance to grow. Remember, self-awareness isn't a finish line. It's a lifelong journey. The more you check in with yourself, the better you'll understand how your emotions shape your life. This awareness will help you grow your emotional intelligence and make better choices. Self-regulation is another important element. It's all about managing your emotions in a healthy way, and it takes practice. You might handle certain situations well, but life will throw challenges your way that test your emotional control. To keep your self-regulation strong, turn it into a habit. Use strategies to stay calm, composed, and focused, even when things get tough. Start by developing healthy ways to manage stress. It's not just about dealing with it when it happens. You've got to be proactive. Regular exercise, good sleep, and healthy eating keep your emotions balanced. Practicing yoga, meditation, and deep breathing can also soothe your nervous system and help you avoid emotional outbursts in stressful moments. Creating emotional timeouts is another useful strategy. When you feel overwhelmed or caught up in a heated moment, allow yourself to pause. Walk away for a bit or take a few deep breaths. This little break helps you calm down and respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. Lastly, pay attention to your triggers. Over time, you'll notice what situations spark emotional reactions in you. Understanding these triggers is vital for managing your emotions better. Certain people, stressful situations, or types of conflict can trigger strong emotions. When you recognize what these triggers are, you can create strategies to deal with them more effectively. Whether it's practicing calming techniques, setting clear boundaries, or mentally preparing yourself, having a plan can help you stay in control. Remember, self-regulation isn't just a one-time fix. It's an ongoing practice that needs your regular attention and effort. By sticking to healthy habits and honing your emotional control, you'll be better prepared for any challenges life throws at you. Now, let's talk about motivation. It's what keeps you going when things get tough. Motivation pushes you to pursue your goals, overcome challenges, and stay committed to personal growth. But just like any part of emotional intelligence, motivation needs regular care to stay strong. Life changes and external circumstances can dim your drive, but if you've built intrinsic motivation, the kind that comes from within, you'll stay on track, no matter what. So, how do you keep your motivation alive in the long run? First, reconnect with your why. Regularly remind yourself why you're doing what you do. Dig into the deeper reasons behind your goals, whether it's improving relationships, achieving career success, or simply becoming a better person. Connecting with your why keeps you focused on what really matters. Next, celebrate progress, not perfection. Motivation thrives when you recognize and celebrate small wins instead of waiting for the big achievement to feel successful. Did you handle a tough conversation well? Did you stay calm under pressure? Those are victories worth celebrating, and they'll keep you motivated to keep pushing forward. And don't forget about the company you keep. The people around you greatly influence your motivation. Spend time with those who inspire you, support your goals, and encourage your growth. Having a positive network makes it easier to stay motivated, even in tough times. By nurturing your internal motivation consistently, you can maintain the drive to pursue your goals, no matter the obstacles that come your way. You can't just pull empathy out now and then. It ought to be a part of who you are, woven into your daily mindset and actions. As you work on your emotional intelligence, your ability to empathize with others will grow. Empathy is all about grasping and sharing what others feel, and it's a powerful tool for strengthening your relationships. To keep that empathy alive in the long run, stay engaged with those around you. Really listen. Focus on understanding them before you try to explain yourself. Here are some practical tips to keep empathy at the forefront of your life. Listen more than you talk. It's easy to get wrapped up in your own head, but true empathy means really hearing what others are saying. When you're with someone, try to put away distractions like your phone, keep eye contact, and let them fully express how they feel. Put yourself in their shoes. Every time you interact with someone, think about what they might be experiencing. Whether they're going through a tough time or just having a bad day, recognizing their feelings will help you respond kindly. Be vulnerable. Sharing your own feelings and experiences with others builds connections. When you open up, it encourages others to do the same, fostering deeper bonds and mutual trust. To maintain your empathy, keep practicing emotional awareness in all your interactions. As your empathy grows, your relationships will become richer and more fulfilling. Now let's talk about social skills. These skills are how you use your emotional intelligence to form lasting connections. Whether you're collaborating with a team, managing relationships, or dealing with clients, your social skills will always be put to the test. To keep those skills sharp, practice in various settings. Get comfortable connecting, communicating, and working together. Here's a tip: engage in active networking. Whether in person or online, work on building and maintaining your personal and professional networks. Networking is more than just climbing the ladder. It's about creating meaningful connections. Build relationships with people who can help you grow and whom you can support too. It's all about adapting to different social situations. Remember, social skills aren't one size fits all. What works when chatting with friends may not fit in a business meeting. You need to read the room, adjust your tone, and connect based on the situation. Don't shy away from feedback. Just like with self-awareness, getting insights about your social interactions can really help you improve. Ask others how you come across. Do you listen well? Are you engaging? Do people feel heard? Use this feedback to tweak and enhance your approach. Mastering social skills is a lifelong journey. The more you refine them, the better you'll be at building strong relationships and thriving in social settings. Now let's dive into the long-term benefits of emotional intelligence. You've explored the main aspects: self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. You've picked up strategies to nurture these traits and taken steps to weave emotional intelligence into your daily life. But why does it matter? Emotional intelligence is a game changer. It's not just about short-term success. It's key to your long-term happiness and well-being. Its benefits spread wide, touching all parts of your life, from your job to your personal relationships and even your mental health. In this chapter, we'll look at how the advantages of emotional intelligence can shape your life, help you through tough times, and lead you to a more fulfilling one. Let's kick things off with your career. Emotional intelligence is crucial here. Being good at your job is important, but so is your ability to connect with others, manage stress, work with teams, and lead effectively. Emotional intelligence gives you the skills to handle your feelings and social interactions, which are super important in almost any job. Let's break down how it can lead to long-term career success. First up, let's talk about leadership. High emotional intelligence can really boost your leadership game. Leaders who understand emotions are better at motivating their teams, managing conflicts, and creating a positive work atmosphere. They can tune into their team members' feelings, making sure everyone feels valued and understood. This, in turn, keeps employees engaged and productive, which means less turnover. If you're in a leadership role or hoping to get there, emotional intelligence is a big factor in your success. It helps you connect with others, inspire loyalty, and create spaces where folks want to thrive. Even if you're not in a formal leadership position, showing emotional intelligence can make you a trusted person in your workplace, helping you move forward in your career. Next, let's discuss decision-making. Having high emotional intelligence sharpens your ability to make smart, thoughtful decisions. It helps you handle tricky situations by considering both the logic and the emotions involved. When you know your own emotional triggers and can recognize those of others, you're less likely to react impulsively due to anxiety or excitement. Instead, you can stay calm, think things through, and pick a path that suits both your goals and your team's needs. Now, on to conflict resolution. Emotional intelligence gives you the tools to manage workplace disagreements gracefully. When you can control your own feelings and understand others' emotions, you can approach conflicts with empathy. This makes it much easier to sort out disagreements in a way that works for everyone, instead of letting tensions escalate. Emotionally intelligent people can navigate conflicts calmly and aim for solutions where everyone feels heard and respected. Finally, let's face it, challenges and setbacks are part of any career, but having emotional intelligence helps you bounce back. Emotional intelligence helps you bounce back when tough times hit. By managing your feelings well, you can recover from setbacks without losing your confidence or drive. Rather than feeling down, you start to see challenges as chances to learn and grow. This positive mindset keeps you moving forward. As you build your emotional intelligence, you'll notice it plays a huge role in your career success. Being able to understand the complex emotions at work, showing empathy, and making thoughtful choices can really help you climb that career ladder and find true satisfaction in your job. But that's not all. The real magic of emotional intelligence shines in personal relationships. Whether it's with a partner, family, or friends, emotional intelligence is essential for forming deep, meaningful connections. Here's how it makes a difference. First up, you form deeper connections. Strong relationships are built on emotional bonds. Emotional intelligence helps you get to the heart of what others are feeling and needing, which creates a stronger link. By practicing empathy and truly listening, you can create trust and understanding in all your connections. This leads to open, honest conversations, the key to lasting relationships. Next, it boosts your communication. Many problems arise from misunderstandings or not expressing emotions well. Emotional intelligence helps you communicate clearly and sensitively. You learn to share your thoughts and feelings while respecting others' emotions, resulting in fewer mix-ups and more productive talks. And then, there's conflict resolution. Disagreements are part of any relationship. But with emotional intelligence, you have the skills to handle conflicts productively and respectfully. Instead of letting emotions rule your reactions, you can approach disagreements calmly, focusing on solutions instead of blame. This approach helps you work through problems and strengthen your bond. Finally, it fosters empathy and compassion. Empathy is a big part of emotional intelligence, and it enhances every interaction. Emotional intelligence plays a big part in how we connect with others. When you develop empathy, you get better at understanding and acknowledging the feelings of those around you. This creates a space where people feel heard, respected, and backed up. As a result, your relationships get stronger, and you build an emotionally safe environment where everyone can thrive. It also helps you set healthier boundaries. By recognizing your own emotional needs and expressing them clearly, you can balance caring for others with taking care of yourself. You'll find it easier to set limits and say no without feeling guilty or overwhelmed. The perks of emotional intelligence in personal relationships are huge. By building empathy, improving communication, and resolving conflicts constructively, you're likely to create supportive relationships that last. Plus, emotional intelligence has a significant effect on your mental health. Understanding and managing your feelings can lower stress, anxiety, and the chance of burnout, while boosting your overall well-being. It's a strong tool for tackling mental health challenges and enhancing your resilience. So, how does emotional intelligence contribute to mental well-being? First, it helps reduce stress and anxiety. When you're tuned into your emotions, you're more aware of what triggers you and how stress impacts you. This awareness lets you take proactive steps like practicing relaxation techniques, taking breaks, and prioritizing self-care. By regulating your feelings and keeping an eye on your stress levels, you can lessen the negative effects stress has on your mental health. Second, emotional intelligence helps you manage tough emotions, like frustration, anger, sadness, or fear. Instead of getting overwhelmed, you learn to handle those feelings in a healthy way. This control cuts down the chances of emotional outbursts, snap decisions, or unhealthy coping strategies, all of which can harm your mental health. Finally, it increases your resilience in the face of challenges. Life throws plenty of curveballs, and emotional intelligence gives you the tools to navigate them. Emotional resilience is key when you're dealing with tough times, whether it's a personal crisis, professional downfalls, or sudden changes in life. Emotional intelligence keeps you steady and focused, helping you ride out those storms. It allows you to learn from what you go through and move forward with a positive attitude. As you boost your emotional intelligence, you also build a stronger sense of self-worth. You start to feel more at ease with who you are. You embrace your flaws and acknowledge your strengths. This growth lifts your confidence, making it easier to tackle life's challenges with assurance. By focusing on emotional intelligence, you can enhance your mental health, strengthen your resilience, and foster a more balanced mindset. The benefits of emotional intelligence go beyond just achieving success. They empower you to lead a richer, more peaceful life. As you keep practicing emotional intelligence, you'll notice its long-term advantages unfolding in every part of your life. Whether it's your job, relationships, or personal wellness, these rewards shape how you live. The true beauty lies in the lifelong journey it represents. The more you practice, the more it becomes second nature, and the advantages keep adding up, bringing you happiness and success at every turn. So, embrace emotional intelligence for a better life. Remember, it's not just a destination, it's an ongoing path of growth and transformation. As you put these principles into action, you'll witness the lasting effects of emotional intelligence all around you. You'll grow into a better leader, a more empathetic partner, a resilient individual, and a more connected person. Now that you've grasped the amazing long-term perks of emotional intelligence, it's time to take action. Keep practicing, keep evolving, and keep harnessing the power of emotional intelligence. The rewards are endless, leading you to a life filled with success, joy, and fulfillment. Now that we've talked about the basics of emotional intelligence, or EI, and the long-term perks it offers, let's dive deeper into how these ideas work in real life. Emotional intelligence isn't just a concept you read about. It's something that, when practiced regularly, can really transform your life. Whether you're at work, building personal relationships, or just going through your daily routine, EI is key in shaping your experiences. The real magic of EI lies in how you can apply it practically. It enhances communication, helps you tackle challenges, and builds stronger, more genuine connections. In this chapter, we'll look at how to use emotional intelligence in your everyday life. We'll share real-life examples and situations that showcase how EI can change the game for you, along with tips to help you incorporate these principles smoothly. This is not just about ideas. It's about taking these emotional tools and using them to create meaningful change in both your personal and professional life. Let's focus on emotional intelligence at work. From teamwork to leadership, EI is an essential tool that influences every aspect of your job. Whether you're collaborating with others, guiding a team, or interacting with clients and coworkers, your ability to understand and manage emotions can significantly affect your success. Let's consider a scenario. Picture yourself as a manager with a diverse team in a fast-paced setting. There will be times when stress from deadlines, different personalities, and conflicting opinions can lead to frustration or even burnout. So, how can you keep your team motivated and cohesive? This is where emotional intelligence shines. By paying attention to your team's feelings, you can respond with empathy. Understand the hurdles they're facing and help them through tough times. For instance, if someone on your team seems overwhelmed, check in with them individually. Offer your support and guidance, and create a space where they can safely voice their concerns. Leaders who excel in emotional intelligence know how to tweak their communication styles based on their team's feelings. Whether it's offering encouragement during tough times or giving constructive feedback gently, emotional intelligence keeps the team motivated and productive. By honing these skills, you build trust and create a safe space for your team. This results in better collaboration, higher spirits, and improved performance. That's why emotional intelligence is crucial for successful leadership. Now let's talk about dealing with conflict at work. Disagreements are bound to happen since everyone has different ideas and personalities. But not all conflicts are negative. It's all about how you handle them. Picture being part of a project team where tensions flare between two teammates with differing views on the next steps. With strong emotional intelligence, you can step in to mediate. Instead of letting things spiral out of control, you help each person express their concerns, validate their feelings, and find a solution that suits everyone. You might practice active listening, showing both sides that you genuinely care about understanding their viewpoints. By concentrating on the emotions driving the conflict and managing your own responses, you can transform potential clashes into chances for problem-solving and growth. Rather than shying away from or escalating the disagreement, you guide your team toward mutual respect and stronger relationships. Lastly, let's dive into enhancing customer service with empathy. If you're in a client-facing role like customer service or sales, you know how vital it is to grasp your customers' emotions. When a client is upset because a product didn't meet their needs, how can you respond with emotional intelligence? You approach the situation with empathy instead of getting defensive or dismissing their concerns. Actively listening to their frustrations and acknowledging their feelings is key. You might say something like, "I can see why you'd be upset. I'd feel the same way in your position." This kind of validation can really help calm a tense moment and foster a better connection with the client. Once you recognize how a client feels, you can work together to find a solution, whether it's giving a refund, offering a replacement, or figuring out another way to help them. Showing you care about their happiness builds a stronger relationship and earns their loyalty. In customer service, emotional intelligence can change a bad experience into a chance for positive interaction. Clients won't just recall the service, they'll remember how you made them feel. Now, let's shift gears and talk about how emotional intelligence can really improve personal relationships. From family connections to romantic partnerships and friendships, it plays a crucial role in forming deeper, more meaningful bonds. First up, let's look at romantic relationships. Emotional intelligence creates a space where both partners feel heard, valued, and understood. One big challenge couples face is effectively communicating their feelings. Often, this leads to misunderstandings or arguments. Imagine one partner is upset but doesn't express it clearly. The other partner may feel confused or hurt. With emotional intelligence, recognizing these feelings helps create a healthier vibe. If you sense something's off, you can gently bring it up. Try asking open-ended questions like, "I can tell you're feeling upset. Want to talk about it?" Instead of getting defensive or letting the tension grow, emotional intelligence helps you keep your cool, making the conversation more productive. When both partners use emotional intelligence, they can tackle issues before they blow up, building trust and intimacy. Now let's talk about family bonds. Emotions can run high in family relationships. Whether it's resolving disagreements, understanding different points of view, or being there for each other in tough times, emotional intelligence is your guide through complex dynamics. Picture this. During a holiday gathering, tensions rise between family members. One person is upset while others feel frustrated or confused. Here, emotional intelligence can step in to calm things down. Recognizing everyone's feelings is important. It helps create a space where everyone feels heard. For example, you might say, "I see that things are pretty tense right now, and I totally get why you're frustrated. Let's take a moment to chill and figure out how we can solve this together." By using empathy and actively listening, you can help family members sort out their conflicts respectfully. This keeps your relationships strong while tackling what really matters. Now, let's talk about friendships. Just like any relationship, they need care and attention. Emotional intelligence helps you stay aware of what your friends need, so those supportive bonds can last over time. Picture this. Your friend is going through a rough patch, maybe a breakup or losing someone close. With emotional intelligence, you know how to support them. Instead of jumping in to fix things, you listen, validate what they're feeling, and offer comfort. You might say, "I'm really sorry you're dealing with this. I'm here for you if you want to talk or just need some distraction." That empathy and willingness to listen go a long way in strengthening your friendships. It helps your friends feel understood and cared for. When you're aware of these emotions, you build real connections that can weather life's ups and downs. Emotional intelligence is essential in our daily lives, not just at work or in personal relationships. Whether you're out grocery shopping, chatting with a stranger, or dealing with traffic, EI helps you handle everyday situations calmly and clearly. Let's consider managing everyday stress. We all face stress regularly, whether it's unexpected delays, crowded places, or little annoyances. Emotional intelligence gives you the tools to manage that stress without boiling over. For instance, if you're stuck in traffic, instead of letting frustration simmer, try practicing mindfulness. Focus on your breathing, or maybe listen to a soothing podcast. Staying emotionally balanced helps you keep stress from dragging down your mood and how you interact with others. Lastly, engaging in polite social interactions doesn't always require deep emotional intelligence, but it's still crucial in how you connect with others. Even a simple chat with a stranger can benefit from this awareness. You can really harness emotional intelligence by being mindful of your feelings and the signals around you. This allows you to tweak your tone, body language, and words to foster a positive interaction. Whether you're giving a heartfelt compliment, practicing patience in a long line, or sharing a smile with someone who's feeling low, these little moments of emotional connection can truly brighten the world. Now, let's talk about mastering emotional intelligence when things get tough. We all face challenges every day. Some are small, and others are big. Whether it's stress at work, dealing with conflicts in personal relationships, or handling unexpected changes in life, emotions are always part of the picture. The real skill lies in how we manage our own emotions, understand others' feelings, and respond with empathy. This is what sets apart those who just get through tough times from those who genuinely thrive. In this chapter, we're diving into how emotional intelligence can help you tackle life's toughest moments. We'll discuss how you can approach challenges not as a victim, but as someone who can stay calm, think clearly, and grow from experiences. We'll check out several real-life examples where emotional intelligence comes into play, plus share practical tips to keep your emotions balanced and resilient when times get tough. Let's look at emotional intelligence in conflict resolution, turning challenges into chances. Picture this. You're on a project team and a disagreement occurs. Two colleagues view the project's direction differently, and it's stirring up tension. You can almost feel the negativity in the air. Frustration is brewing, and there's a risk of splitting the team. How can emotional intelligence make a difference here? First, step back and recognize that emotions are running high, but they don't need to drive the situation. If you're emotionally intelligent, you won't let your own frustrations take control. Instead, you'll focus on staying calm. You might feel angry or annoyed, but rather than reacting impulsively, you choose to listen. The aim is to hear everyone out, acknowledge their feelings, and approach your colleagues with empathy, validating their concerns. Understand where others are coming from. You might say something like, "I get why this matters to you, and I value your viewpoint." Let's find a way to tackle both our concerns. By doing this, you create a welcoming space for conversation. It shifts the focus from who's right to how we can solve the problem together. Instead of letting a disagreement simmer, you concentrate on finding solutions, making sure everyone's feelings and ideas count. Emotional intelligence helps you stay level-headed and steer constructive talks, even when things get heated. Instead of escalating tensions, you can lead the group to a cooperative solution, turning a possible setback into a chance for better teamwork and communication. Now, let's say there's a personal conflict with someone close to you, a friend or partner. Emotions might be running high, and things can start to feel overwhelming. This is where emotional intelligence becomes vital in calming things down and protecting your relationship. First, notice what triggers your emotions. Are you feeling attacked, hurt, or defensive? Once you recognize your feelings, you can choose not to let them control how you react. Instead of yelling or saying something you might regret, you can practice empathy and active listening. Acknowledge your loved one's feelings, even if you don't agree. You could say, "I get why you're upset. Let's work through this together." Once both sides feel heard and valued, it becomes much easier to find common ground. Emotional intelligence allows you to engage in a conversation that's about understanding, not about winning or losing. You can tackle the problem while preserving the trust and affection in your relationship. By managing the situation with emotional intelligence, you not only resolve the conflict, but also strengthen the bond you have with that person. This level of emotional maturity leads to healthier relationships over time. In high-pressure situations, like tight deadlines or crucial meetings, emotions can get out of control. Picture this. You're working against the clock, and nothing seems to be going right. Stress and anxiety start to pile up, feeling almost unbearable. How can you handle these intense feelings and still get results? Emotional intelligence comes into play here. It's about taking a step back and recognizing that your stress is just a temporary reaction, not something that has to dictate how you perform. You see the anxiety for what it is, but instead of letting it take over, you flip the script and use it as fuel. One effective strategy is mindful breathing. By concentrating on your breath and staying grounded in the present, you create space to process your feelings and think clearly. Instead of acting on impulse or feeling stuck, you calm your mind and take control of your emotions. Another important part of emotional intelligence, especially when things get tough, is maintaining a positive outlook. Rather than getting caught up in everything that could go wrong, you focus on what you can change. Break the task down into smaller, manageable steps, and keep that positive mindset. This way, you can lower your stress levels and stay focused on what really matters. When you practice emotional intelligence during these challenging moments, you can steer clear of feeling overwhelmed and make clear, strategic choices under pressure. Your emotional resilience becomes a powerful ally, leading you to success even in the toughest situations. Now let's talk about personal life challenges. Life can throw unexpected curveballs, whether that's health issues, family crises, or money troubles. These moments can really weigh you down emotionally, making it easy to feel helpless or frustrated. But emotional intelligence gives you a better way to tackle these feelings. Instead of letting negativity grab hold, like worry or helplessness, emotional intelligence encourages you to take action. Start by acknowledging and accepting what you feel. This step is crucial because trying to ignore or shove down your emotions only ramps up the stress. Then practice self-regulation. Don't let your feelings cloud your judgment. For example, if you're facing financial difficulties, emotional intelligence helps you stay centered and focused. Instead of letting panic take over, step back and look at the situation clearly. You might not control what's happening, but you control your reactions. Focus on what you can manage, like cutting back on unnecessary costs or asking for financial advice. Take proactive steps to tackle the issue. By using emotional intelligence, you don't just handle personal challenges better, you build a resilient mindset. The more you lean on emotional intelligence during tough times, the stronger your emotional stamina becomes for whatever life throws at you later. Now let's talk health and wellness. Emotional intelligence is key to staying balanced. It helps with more than just dealing with conflicts or stress. It's essential for your overall well-being. Stress and anxiety can really hurt both your mind and body. But when you master emotional intelligence, you can safeguard your health and create a fulfilling life. Scenario 1. Preventing burnout. Burnout is a huge issue in our fast-paced world, especially for those balancing tough jobs, family, and personal goals. The secret to preventing burnout is in managing your feelings and stress levels. With strong emotional intelligence, you can spot early signs, like feeling overwhelmed or completely worn out, and take proactive steps to stop it from getting worse. For example, if work drains you, make self-care a priority. This could mean taking breaks during the day, saying no to extra tasks, or finding ways to delegate. Self-regulation helps you avoid pushing yourself too hard, while self-awareness helps you recognize when you're close to your limits. By practicing emotional intelligence, you can fend off burnout and keep your mental and physical health intact so you can continue to shine. Scenario 2. Managing chronic stress. Chronic stress can wreak havoc on your health, leading to issues like anxiety, depression, and even heart disease. But emotional intelligence helps you stay ahead of your stress levels. By recognizing stress when it begins, you can take early action before it impacts you physically. For instance, if you often feel tense or stressed, emotional intelligence can guide you toward healthier ways to cope. Instead of falling back on habits like overeating or drinking too much, you might find solace in mindfulness practices like meditation or deep breathing. These tools help you manage your emotions effectively. By learning to regulate how you respond to your feelings, you can tackle stress in a way that's good for your health in the long run. Now let's wrap things up. Throughout this audiobook, we've seen just how important emotional intelligence, or EI, is in shaping our everyday lives, both personally and professionally. From tuning into your emotions to handling relationships with others, EI is a skill that gets better the more you work at it. It changes how you connect with the world around you. But remember, emotional intelligence isn't something you master just once. It's a lifelong journey. As we finish up, let's reflect on the key elements of emotional intelligence: self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. These are the building blocks that help you grow. They enable you to deal with conflicts, manage stress, and create meaningful relationships with ease. Mastering emotional intelligence is a continuous process. It's not about getting it perfect, it's about practicing consistently. Every time you apply EI, whether you're facing a tough conversation, handling stress, or just reflecting on your feelings, you become better equipped to handle life's ups and downs. Remember, emotional intelligence flourishes when you weave it into your daily routine. Acknowledge your emotions, respond with compassion, practice self-regulation. With these tools at your disposal, even the toughest situations can become chances for growth. Here are the key takeaways. Self-awareness. Keep reflecting on your emotions and know what triggers you. Self-regulation. Stay calm when things get tough and think before you react. Motivation. Find purpose in your goals and keep pushing forward even when you hit bumps in the road. Empathy. Listen actively and try to understand how others feel to form deeper connections. Social skills. Build healthy relationships and navigate social situations smoothly. Keep working on your emotional intelligence daily. Make these skills part of your life, whether you're at work or at home. Whether you're working from home or engaging in your community, using emotional intelligence can strengthen your relationships, build emotional resilience, and lead to personal success. Remember, be patient with yourself. Like any skill, mastering emotional intelligence takes time. In closing, you have what it takes to enhance every part of your life through EI. It's not just a skill set, it's a way of living. It brings deeper connections, clearer choices, and a more fulfilling life. Keep practicing, keep evolving. Watch how emotional intelligence can transform your world. Thank you for tuning in to this guide on mastering emotional intelligence and social skills. Your journey is just beginning, and the skills you've gained will benefit you for a lifetime. Stay committed. The more you practice EI, the better you'll be at handling life's complexities with confidence and grace. Thank you for being a part of this journey. The best part? This is just the start. Keep growing and embrace the emotionally intelligent person you were always meant to be.